Hello everybody, welcome back to the Hartford Whalers expansion franchise here on NHL 24, and welcome to the XL Center as we're here hosting the Ottawa Senators, who currently lead the NHL in points at 23-2, maybe one of the best 25-game starts in NHL history, a whopping 42 games here for the Senators, as like I said, the top team in the NHL. Some quick action there for Hartford, although they do not get a shot off. Now DeBrincat, Tkachuk, and Stutzle lead this top line for the Senators, maybe the best top line in all of hockey. They have pretty good depth at the forward spots as well, which has played huge here in their tremendous start to the year. Like I said, 23-2, and they are leading the NHL. Hartford trying to neutralize their attack here. Matt Murray, the goalie here for the Senators, kind of a bitter return here to Hartford. He was our year one goalie of this expansion franchise, and then kind of parted ways with him, traded for Jacob Markstrom that offseason. A shot blocked there in the slot. Brandstrom now with it in the corner. Back along the boards for DeBrincat. Centering pass there, intercepted by Montour, our big offseason acquisition, as Brock Boeser kind of went frozen there for a second. Now held up against the boards. Brock Boeser back with it, taking it up the ice into the zone. Boeser now peeling to the side behind the net. Starting pass, no one home except Eric Brandstrom. Now Ridley Greig taking it the other way. Makes a man miss there one-on-one. Now breakaway for Greig, and he scores! Beating Askarov there, glove side. And inexcusable miss there by Sami Maki, our defender there. One-on-one. That's Sami Maki, the first overall pick back from the year one offseason when we won the draft lottery. And you see there, just missed a hit there, one-on-one, selling out. And a good deke there as Greig, the only man to beat there was Askarov, and he got the job done as the Senators now lead 1-0 early on here in Hartford. Now back to center ice, Mark Scheifele on against Batherson. And as I was talking about earlier, Matt Murray spent year one here in Hartford, our expansion pick there from Toronto, as he didn't play too bad, didn't play, kind of indifferent as we just seeked an upgrade, but now back in Ottawa for his second stint with the Senators, and he's tearing it up for them. Tom Wilson now a chance as he's stoned there by Matt Murray. Wilson still with it as Greig going to take it away there. Wilson had it right at the doorstep but couldn't finish. Now the Senators attack the other way. A rebound there to Greig, but he was on the side of the net. Now Batherson with it, spins away in front, stolen by Zadina. Now Scheifele fighting for it, eventually gets it but loses possession there to Zub. Zadina fighting for it, steals possession, swings that over for Issa Lindell. Lindell, a good pass there for Bjorkstrand, and he's pickpocketed there by Sanderson. Now Morgan Geekie over for Zub, and that pass is straight. Askarov will play it out there for Lindell. And Hartford now taking it up the board. Zadina going to clear it into the zone. Zub retrieving there behind the net. Zadina, good forecheck, although they are able to get rid of it. Sanderson turns it away there at the blue line. Now Zub with it. Good pass there for Norris. A big hit there by Andrew Peak. Newly signed here from Columbus. As Roslovic now with it. Another free agent we brought over from the Blue Jackets. Bjorkstrand back with it there in the neutral zone. Battling there with Formanton. They'll clear it in. Now Peak back with it. Gives to Roslovic. Roslovic back here for Bolduc. Bolduc up for Rasmussen. Now a chance here for Hartford. And they score! Graeme Clark off a feed there from Mikael Rasmussen. And it's all knotted up here in Hartford. Graeme Clark, I think, recently reinserted into the lineup. And there you see his first goal of the season, kind of battling for a spot there on our fourth line. A soft goal there off Murray, off his equipment, and then into the top corner. A good feed there from Rasmussen, kind of playing him on the third and fourth line here to start. Signed him to a 2-year deal this past offseason. We had Philip Zadina kind of, enjoy a resurgence here with our Whalers, kind of hoping Rasmussen enjoys the same success there. You see his 8th point, now ranks 9th on the team. 10-19 left in this first frame. And there's Kurt Douglas on the faceoff, making his NHL debut there, number 41. 6'7", like 240. So some extreme size out there. A former 4th round pick from Dallas. Now Douglas with it will dump it into the zone. Retrieved back there by Thompson. Gives to Shane Pinto. Pinto hit hard there in the neutral zone by Bolduc. Falls to the ice. Now Chychrun with it. Loses possession there trying to enter the zone. Samuel Bolduc now with it. Bolduc enters. Along the boards now. In front for Clark, and he tried to get another one, that time stoned by Murray. Centering pass there, picked up by Carrier. As he will dump that one into the zone. Sammy Maki back there to pick it up. Now back to Graeme Clark. Clark over for Scott Lawton. Lawton swing and a miss there. Clark able to clean it up. Saved by Murray. Now Thomas Chabot with it. Good feed there for Tkachuk. A rip there. Blocker saved by Askarov now against the boards. Back for Chabot. A rip from the point. Pad save into the corner. Now DeBrincat in front for Stutzle. Off the pad. Tkachuk had a wide open net and missed. And now Ottawa full pressure here as Chabot steals it back here. Offensive zone for Senators. Brandstrom back for Stutzle. His shot astray. Now Sammy Maki with it. Got to clear the zone as they do get it to Wilson. Now Wilson, his pass deflected off his skate. He does win it back. Hit off the puck there. Now DeBrincat for Chabot. Very good shift here by Thomas Chabot. Takes it into the zone for the Senators. Big hit there from Ivan Provorov. Knocking him to the ice. Now Stutzle back for Hiponiemi. Stutzle, a soft shot in front. Blockered away. Good assertiveness behind the net there by Mark Scheifele, although Ottawa does win possession. Sanderson a rip, and that's a blocker save into the corner. Tkachuk back with it, kicks it up the boards. As Hartford able to clear the zone. Less than 4 minutes now left in this action-packed first period. Obviously the Senators kind of owning it right now. Hiponiemi. Good footwork there. Got some space, a good shot. Now Leo Carlson, a nifty footwork of his own. A shot from Mangiapane blocked in front by Sanderson. Now Brock Besser back to the point for Brandon Montour over for Provorov. And he loses the handle. And that's going to be a tripping penalty, I think, or a hooking penalty on Provorov. Not what we needed here to end the period. Soft call there, an unnecessary penalty as well. Ottawa here wins the offensive zone draw. Grieg tried to get a quick shot off there, blocked. As Hartford does get the clear. Formanton with it, spins away from man, now over to Sanderson. Now Grieg with it, up for Batherson. Good play there by Peak to steal it. Gives it to Douglas. Kind of buying some time, gives back to Peak as he loses possession there. It's going to be another penalty here, so Batherson will go to the box for checking. These penalties will offset, and we'll be at 4-on-4 for 1:22. Offensive zone draw here for the Whalers. Not many stoppages in this first period. Win back to Peak. He can't get a shot off. Now Chychrun with it to Kevin Hayes, newly signed here to Ottawa, playing on their 4th line here today. Ridley Grieg with it, works towards the net, a shot. Saved there by Askarov. Back to the point now for Hayes, over to Brandstrom. Stolen there by Rasmussen. Now less than a minute left here in the first. Rasmussen working into the zone, although Brandstrom able to steal that one away. Now Grieg over to Kevin Hayes, hit off the puck back to Chychrun. And now Grieg. Hartford is on the power play here to end the period. Besser working towards the net, and right in front he scores on the power play. Right when Hartford gets their man back. Brock Besser there to put it home, to put us up late in the period. Down 1-0, now up 2-1. Brock Besser, his 6th goal of the season. This time on the power play. Just a free rush there towards the net. And he took what the defense gave him. Finishing glove side there against Murray. Now just 15 seconds left here in the first. Now back to center ice. 2-1 Whalers. As Ottawa does win that face-off, a last chance here. Although Formanton hit off the puck. As the final seconds drip down here in the first period. And with that, Hartford does lead 2-1. Love to see that goal by Brock Besser. Graeme Clark evened it up earlier as we head into the second with the lead. Only 5 shots there for the Whalers in that first period, but 2 of them do find the back of the net. Now back here at center ice for the opening face-off here in the second. Loose puck going to go back there to Brandon Montour as he will take it up and in. Montour towards the net. A shot. Rebound for Carlson. Couldn't find the angle. Now Mangiapane loses possession as Chabot will give to DeBrincat. A nice rush here for Ottawa developing. DeBrincat towards the net, feeds for Tkachuk. A chance. I think that was off the post. Now loose puck up the boards for Brandstrom. Held up against the boards there by Besser. Kicked into the corner for Tkachuk. Mangiapane over there to help. Loose puck in front for Stutzle. Another rebound there for Tkachuk. And Provorov going to give to Montour, who gives to Mangiapane out of harm's way. Loses possession back for Montour. Montour going to skate it towards his own net. Now gives to Besser. Besser back for Montour. Over for Carlson. Leo Carlson with it. As he loses possession there, working towards the net. Now Tkachuk a rush here. Tkachuk with Stutzle. Back to the point for Heponieme. A rip there. Glove saved by Askarov. Now a face off here to the right of Askarov. As Tom Wilson going to end up with possession. Wilson over for Philip Zadina. Zadina skates it up into the zone. Scheifele now a chance. A shot. Glove saved by Matt Murray. Another offensive zone draw here for the Whalers. Mark Scheifele wins that back for Sami Maki. Now Tom Wilson back to the point for Lindell. A rip through traffic. Murray stays with it. And he'll freeze it yet again here. I said there in the first, not many stoppages, but I feel like already here in the second, more stoppages than we had in the first. Ottawa wins this defensive zone draw, though. Stolen. Zadina in front. Pad saved by Murray. Now Zadina back for Scheifele. Another rip. As that's blocked away by Murray. Hartford now with some full pressure, although Batherson will get it out as Ottawa will counter now. Grieg towards the net. In front now. Grieg a backhand chance. I think that was swatted away by Askarov. Now against the boards. Kicked out of the zone. Although it will be picked up by Ottawa. Thompson over for Norris. Norris there working against Lindell. In front, a good pass there for Grieg and a good stop by Askarov. Now Roslovic on the draw here for Hartford. Loses that one. Thompson. Rip blocked in front. Roslovic back with it. Feeds up the boards. Loose paddle there in the neutral zone. Bjorkstrand hit down to the ice. Hit down again. And a delayed penalty here. As Hartford does have a rush here led by Rasmussen in front. And that was a blocked shot there from Bjorkstrand. As Hartford will go back on the power play. Morgan Geekie will go for cross-checking. Offensive zone draw here for Hartford to start the power play. One back to Montour for Carlson. A rip there. Good feed. But Roslovic denied. Now back with it. Roslovic working on the side of the net. In front. A shot goes astray. Hard rip there in front. Loose puck now up the boards. Besser fighting for it in the corner. And he does win possession. Now Mangiapane in front for Roslovic. Back to the point. And we are going to have to reset here. 12 minutes remaining in the second period. As Carlson does re-enter. Carlson over for Besser. Shot. Doesn't get that on the net. Now Besser back to the point. And Roslovic couldn't handle it. As again we're forced to reset here. Less than a minute now on the power play. Roslovic over for Besser. Picked up by Mangiapane. Backhand chance there through traffic. Murray going to knock it down and freeze it up. 36 seconds now on the power play. Our top unit out there. See if we can finish strong. Scheifele wins that back to Montour. Rip. Pad save. Tom Wilson trying to settle it. As Ottawa does find possession there. Tkachuk hit off the puck. Now Norris. Kind of a 2-on-1 developed there for Ottawa, but couldn't get a chance. Brandstrom now back for Thompson. Shot there by Tkachuk, blocked in the slot as Ottawa does kill the power play. Back to full strength. Battling for it in the neutral zone. Tkachuk spins away from Scheifele. Now Norris trying to work there past Montour. 2-on-1 there. Advantage Scheifele, Montour. As Scheifele will give to Zadina. Some space here for Hartford. Zadina is centering pass there. Intercepted by DeBrincat. Pass off the boards. Stutzle, good feed there, although his man couldn't handle it. Montour now taking it in. Pass over for Zadina, couldn't handle it. Now behind the net, Sanderson. Battling there with Zadina. Sanderson able to win that one to Tkachuk as the Senators enter now. Tkachuk towards the net in front for DeBrincat. And Askarov gets back to save that one. The puck got past him. It was sliding into the net. And tremendous recognition there from Askarov to put the glove behind him and stop the puck before it crossed the line. Ottawa wins this face-off back to Zub. Try to get a quick rip there from Heponieme. Now a shot through traffic there. Sanderson snatched from Askarov. Great vision there through a crowd. Askarov really playing strong here. 7:58 now left in the second period. No goals so far in this second frame of play. Batherson wins that to Sanderson. Blocked. Montour now to Mangiapane. Good feed there for Besser. Kicks it away though. Sanderson to Grieg. Heponieme now. His first season here with the Senators. Loses possession now. Montour to Provorov. Provorov maneuvering through traffic, working towards the net. Provorov, a shot blocked in traffic. Now a puck battle there. Besser back for Provorov. Find some space now. Try to get Montour there at the top of the slot. Montour still with it. Towards the net, blocked. And you see there a man slow to get up there for Hartford in front of the net, although he does. And that was Leo Carlson. Now intercepted there on a stretch pass. Montour, now Besser with it to enter the zone. Besser already with that power play goal in the first. Now behind the net. Ripped there from Lindell, but kind of an ill-advised shot. Now Formanton taking it on a rush will dump it in. Less than 5 minutes remaining here in this second period. Lindell. Rasmussen. Now Roslovic. Big hit there off the puck. I believe that was Brandstrom. As Norris will take it in for the Senators. Stolen there by Sami Maki. Really good defensive play as Bjorkstrand will dump it in. Hit again. I feel like he's been getting bullied in this game. Geekie now battling with Roslovic. Geekie gets it up the boards for Formanton. Over to Norris. Big hit off the puck. Lindell over to Roslovic. Roslovic finding some space. Now goes back up ice. Gives to Maki. Back for Lindell. Over along the boards for Rasmussen. He loses the handle. Brandstrom now for Formanton. Ottawa working their way in. Sami Maki, another good defensive play. Scott Lawton found there at the blue line. And he's closed off there. Very good play by Chabot. He's been very strong in this game. Senators almost had one of their own there. They do get possession, though. Tkachuk in front for Chabot. Now Tkachuk back for Chabot. And a glove save there by Askarov. The Senators almost had a gift breakaway there, kind of like we did. But the pass just out of reach. They do get a decent chance in front. As there's Douglas, the big 6'7", 240 specimen there at center, wins that face-off. Now just a minute and a half remaining here in the second period. Lawton will take it in, dumps it. Graeme Clark giving chase, but Chabot with it. Now gives to Tkachuk. Over for DeBrincat. DeBrincat working his way in there past Pekin's front for Tkachuk. A hard rip there on the one-timer, stopped by Askarov. Now Stutzle with it, back for Tkachuk. Thompson at the point. Gets that over for Chychrun. DeBrincat now, a backhand chance. Rebound in front. Tkachuk, another save by Askarov. Look at that lateral quickness there from Askarov. Now Clark, a late chance here to shoot it, blocked there. And that'll do it here after two. Good period of play here for our Whalers. Got some chances. But more importantly, Askarov has been playing very, very well for us. Stopping 18 out of 19 so far. We're being outshot. Only 13 shots for our Whalers, although we did put up more there in that second frame as we're set here to start the third period. As we mentioned earlier, the Senators, the top team right now in the NHL, while our Whalers have really struggled out of the gate here to start this Year 4 season. So a win here against the Senators would do a lot for the psyche, and hopefully we can hang strong here in the third. Ottawa now with it. Hit off the puck, Besser. Spins around there in the neutral zone, enters the zone for the Whalers. Besser behind the net for Carlson. Carlson in front now for Mangiapane, loses the handle. Picked up by Provorov, back for Mangiapane. Montour a chance, and that goes off the post. Hartford still with it. Montour along the boards, hit off the puck. Now we have to reset. Montour just trying to evade Tkachuk there. As Carlson will take it in for Hartford, or at least I thought he was going to. Now spinning away from a man. Gives to Mangiapane there, loses the handle, back for Provorov. And now Besser will take it in. Squeezes past the man. A long pass there for Mangiapane. Good poke from Matt Murray. And another delayed penalty here. As it looks like Ottawa will go to the power play for the second time. Brandon Montour to the box for tripping. The Whalers penalty kill back out there just the second time in this game. As Ottawa does win that offensive zone draw. Formanton at the point. A shot goes wide. Banks there to Norris. Now back for Batherson. His pass goes out of the zone, as that'll eat up some valuable time here. Ottawa forced to reset all the way back now in their zone. Wilson forces the turnover right in front of the net and gets a good chance there. Big mishap there for the Ottawa power play. Now a chance here for Batherson, and Askarov closes the door there. Good recovery from Peak in front. Now here's Grieg. Norris now back for Grieg, working his way in. Sanderson trying to find some cushions here. Batherson couldn't get the chance off as he was hit off the puck there by Roslovic. Now less than a minute already left on this Ottawa power play. Got to show some urgency here now on this rush. 30 seconds left on the power play. Stolen there by Douglas as he'll get the clear, and that'll go all the way back into Ottawa territory. Now time for one last rush here. Jared Norris now gives to Grieg. Now in front for Norris, a chance. Blocked away there by Issa Lindell, as I think that will kill the power play. Now back to even strength here. 14:43 left in regulation. Hartford still up by 1. Won the faceoff, but turned it over. Now Rasmussen back with it. Goes to Roslovic. Long pass over there for Lindell. Now goes to Rasmussen. Kind of a give and go there. But Rasmussen hit off the puck there in the neutral zone. Had some options there to pass it to. As Hartford does win possession back here. Roslovic gets that to Rasmussen. And so he'll just dump it in. Really failing to find any flow here offensively on these zone entries. Although Ottawa has done pretty well in that aspect. Now Heponiemi for Kevin Hayes. And a big hit there by Easton Lindell in the open ice. Maki kicks that behind the net for Carlson, who goes to Lindell. Lindell now enters for Hartford. And a good play there defensively by Zub, winning that one-on-one matchup. Lindell tried to reset, find another man, but Zub all over that as Lindell back with it now. Although he does lose possession. Hayes now for Shane Pinto. Good pass there for Zub in front for Carrier, the backhand chance. And Askarov again all over that one. 11:08 now left. Ottawa up 11-8 on the faceoffs. Now make it 12-8. Chabot off the faceoff, a rip glove save by Askarov. We will do it again. This time to the right of Askarov. Loose puck there as Hartford does win possession. Mangiapane will take it up. He enters the zone. Closed off there. Good play by Brandstrom. We were hoping Brandstrom would hit the open market this year, or this past free agency, as we like what he provides offensively as a right-handed shot, but the Senators brought him back. Now less than 10 minutes left here in regulation. More than halfway through this third period. Hartford just killing some time here. Now Besser will take it in some space here for the Whalers. Besser in front for Mangiapane. And Murray, a good job to close that angle. Good offensive execution there from the Whalers to get that chance off. But Murray all over that as Montour will steal that from DeBrincat. Now taking it up. Now behind the net for Chabot. Bounce pass for Stutzle. Stutzle over for DeBrincat. Poked away. Good play there by Montour, I believe that is. Formanton now back to the point for Chabot. Now DeBrincat. Shot there. Blockered away by Askarov. Now Montour will give to Graeme Clark. Loose puck now picked up by Provorov. Over for Montour. Up for Graeme Clark. Over for Douglas now. Hartford a little rush of their own. Douglas over for Clark. And he tried to get it back to Lawton in front, but poked away there by Ottawa. Now Douglas in front. And he was close there to his first NHL goal, but Matt Murray had other plans. Now 6:14 remaining. Whalers win the faceoff. Bolduc a chance, and he scores off the faceoff. A slap shot rip there from Samuel Bolduc, and he finds the back of the net for his second goal of the year. This is his first season now in a full-time role on our defensive unit, and that time the kind of the insurance here late in the game. Now Hartford up by 2 goals, an unlikely source there, but we will take it. Now 3-1 hockey game here with 6:08 left. A 2-goal lead to work with here down the stretch. Mark Scheifele on the assist there, as Ottawa will take it off the draw. Kicked into the Hartford zone, picked up by the goal scorer there, Samuel Bolduc. Andrew Peak tries to get a pass up ice. Off the mark, back with it now against the board, spins off a man. Scheifele now Zadina with it, hit hard off the puck, and that'll slide all the way back behind the net. But Thompson now up for Morgan Geekie. He loses the handle. Zadina back for Andrew Peak, as Zadina will pick it up over for Scheifele now. Heponiemi with it, he'll pickpocket and take it in for Senators, although he loses it there to Zadina. Zadina's still with it. Loses possession now. Batherson for Ottawa works his way in front, closed off. Zadina back with it. And so take it up for the Whalers, working his way in. Just a weak shot there off the pad of Murray. Besser tried to center that one on a backhand pass, but I think it went off the side of the net. And Heponiemi with it. Good feed there in front for Grieg, and he scores! What a feed that was from Heponiemi. And Ridley Grieg, his second goal of the day. Let's watch this one again. Carlson couldn't really hit him off the puck there, and that went right under the stick. I'm not sure who that was there on defense. I think that was Samuel Bolduc. There he was, yeah. The pass went right under his stick, I think. And Grieg, a tremendous finish right in front. So fresh life here for the Sens, making it a game. 2:21 left. That's Ridley Greig's 12th goal of the year. As we said, his 2nd of the day. Now Bjorkstrand going to lose that one. Gives it right back to the Senators here. DeBrincat gives to Tkachuk, but loses possession. Now Chabot with it. Spins away from man. Now Tkachuk will enter the zone here, working against Montour. Back for Chabot, working in now. A lot of space for Chabot, blocked. Into the corner. Tkachuk back to the point for Brandstrom. As his pass is going to go all the way back into Matt Murray's territory. Now less than a minute left here. Ottawa probably going to pull the goaltender here on this rush, you would think. Tkachuk enters, and that's going to go for an offside, the first of the game. Hartford out-hitting Ottawa 27-18. Although I think Ottawa is out-shooting us. We'll dump that in now for Zub. Long pass there for Formanton. As Matt Murray will head to the bench here for the extra attacker. Formanton for Norris in front. Geekie couldn't handle that one. Now back for Sanderson. Shot, I think, save Askarov. Now loose puck against the boards. Geekie with it. His pass intercepted by Mangiapane as we give to Besser. See if it takes a rip there for the open goal as he does not, just up the boards. Carlson giving chase there, missed a man as Ottawa another chance here. Geekie now over for Tkachuk. Blocked in front now into the corner. Norris back to the point for Sanderson, a rip. Blocked by his own man. Now Hartford with it. Loose puck down the side of the net. Someone get it. Or I guess the time is just going to tick down here as no one attacked that loose puck. And Hartford hangs on here at home for the 3-2 victory, taking down the NHL's top team. As we said, the Senators entered here at 23-2 with a whopping 42 points in the standings. But they will be neutralized here today, I guess we could say. Yaroslav Askarov, only 2 goals allowed, faced a ton of pressure throughout the game, but did enough to keep us there for the win as we take it here on home ice. Graeme Clark a goal, Brock Besser a goal, and then Samuel Bolduc that late goal to make it 3-1, although Ridley Greig would try and fight back with his efforts, but not enough as the Whalers take it here 3-2 on home ice. The 3rd star of the game, Yaroslav Askarov, stopping 24 out of 26. I'm going to look at that last save there, keeping it past that line. Ridley Greig, 2 goals. And I'm not sure who the 1st star is going to be. Only 18 shots in this game for the Whalers. But enough. Samuel Bolduc, the 1st star, 2 points from a goal and an assist. And those 2 hits as well. What a game that was now. We're 10-14-2. And just, desperate to turn the tide here. Looks like we got some positive morale boost there for Besser. Or I guess no morale change, even though we did keep a promise to him. And now a game here against Dallas. 8-16-2. Very bad record. And they're actually tied for the worst team on the year so far, tied with the Golden Knights. So we will just simulate a few games here to end the episode. Work into the season a little bit more. Mangiapane an early goal, and then Robertson tied it up late, 1-1 after 1. And then we were down 2-1, and then 3 straight goals there. Tom Wilson and Douglas, his first NHL goal in his 2nd game. And then Zadina a late one there on Jake Ottinger. Now 4-2. We did give up 1 there in the 3rd for Howe, but able to hold on. Another 1-goal victory. Zadina 2 points, the 1st star with a goal and an assist. Mark Scheifele 2 assists. Another good effort there. Now we'll sim ahead here. We have back-to-back games versus Philly and then at Nashville. As we do climb out of the bottom now in the Metro, surpassing the Capitals. Now let's see if we can continue to make up some ground here going against the Flyers, who are definitely on the come-up here. They've made a ton of good moves recently. And back in the year 2 offseason, drafted Jyrki Kantanen, who came in with franchise-caliber potential. 2 goals there in the 1st for the Flyers. As we do have Tarasov in net, our backup goalie. We get 1 back there in the 2nd from Mark Scheifele. And then we do fall here 5-3. As Scheifele does have and Kantanen actually scored in this game, but Scheifele had a hat trick, scoring all 3 goals. He was the 1st star despite a losing effort. And there you see Kantanen was the 2nd star with 3 points of his own. Going to be one of the best here as we continue to move along here in this franchise. And with that, you see Leo Carlsson hurt, and that's going to be a huge miss for our team. So with that, Gage Consalfus now checks back into the lineup. 2 goals in 9 games earlier in the year, and we're actually going to move Curtis Douglas up to the 2nd line. We'll actually showcase him real quick. So our 2nd line was our 1st line, Mangiapane, Besser, and then we had Carlsson in the middle, but Scheifele, Zadina, and Wilson here. They were on the second line, just shaking things up a little bit, and they were playing well. So we'll boost them up. We'll put Douglas here on the second line. 1 goal in 3 games. Also a fight already to his credit. So 6'9", 242, and he's bringing a lot of energy there. And we'll see how we hold up here. So we started off with the top team in the NHL, the top team in the East, and now we're set here at Bridgestone Arena for a game against the top team in the West. Yaroslav Askarov on against his former team. We traded for him last year at the deadline from the Predators. No scoring there in the first. We almost double their shots, 13-7. And then Philip Forsberg, the lone goal scorer. So Tarasov actually in net for us. I thought it was supposed to be Askarov unless he maybe got hurt. And we'll just kind of live sim the rest of this game. 1-0. Make it 2-0 now. Novak doubles the Nashville lead. A power play here for Hartford. Nothing doing. And we're now at risk of getting shut out. The Predators now a late power play. We kill it off. Now less than 2 minutes left. And we do get a late one there from Montour. And that's all we're going to get. Saros loses the shutout there in the final minute as we drop this game 2-1. Tarasov stops 32 out of 34 shots. And like I said, I really thought Askarov was slated to be in net. Not sure what happened there. So I think Tarasov just played both of those games there in back-to-back. Not sure why that's happening. And now we're visiting Seattle, one of the worst teams so far to start the year. Just want to make sure Askarov is in net despite that very good performance from Tarasov. Just couldn't get goal support, and we're all squared away here goaltending-wise. So now at Seattle, as we're now 2-2 on the episode, we're going to sim 6 more games, finish this episode at an even 10, kind of work our way further into this year 4 season. 1-1 after 1. Bolduc, another goal here. Burakovsky tied it up later in the period, and then we get 3 there in the second. Bolduc, another goal. Now 3 goals in his last 4 or 5 games. Montour had another goal, back-to-back games for him, and Tom Wilson a goal as well. So 4-2 heading into the third, and we double our total. We get 4 more. Besser with 2 third-period goals. Razovic gets 1, and Mangiapane gets 1. And an 8-2 victory, very good for the Psyche. Besser 4 points there, the first star. Bolduc the second star, and Mangiapane 3 points was the third star. So good bounce back there. As now an even 3-3 I think in this episode now. Take a look at the calendar. We started here with Ottawa, went 2-1. Actually 3-2. We've won 3 of our first 5 games here in the episode. As now we'll have a home matchup here against the Canucks as Brock Besser will face his former team. Also, Leo Carlsson only going to miss the next 3 or 4 games or so. So not too much time, but still a handful of games you want him out there for. 1-1 here. Kuzmenko, a power play goal, and then Scheifele got one to tie it up later on. And then Lafferty puts Vancouver ahead. We'll live sim this third period, see if we can fight back with a power play here. And Mangiapane, Captain Clutch, ties it up here. Another power play, and we bury another power play goal. The power play just clicking here as Tom Wilson puts us ahead, not before Danielson ties it up. So a very active third period here, 3-3. Less than 5 minutes now in regulation. Now in the final minute here, as we are going to get some overtime hockey, and we will just live sim it here. 25 shots for Hartford, 28 now for Vancouver. Halfway through this overtime period. Might be headed for a shootout. Actually, we are not. JT Miller buries the game-winning goal there with 51 seconds remaining, but we still do get a point out of it. And we'll take that now at Boston, at Washington. Carlson available to play, but not fully healthy yet here, I don't think. So I don't want to rush him back. As now a matchup here against Boston. And I think we actually do have Boston's second-round pick in this year's draft, so definitely would like to beat them. Try and sweeten that a little bit, but they jump ahead 3-1. Marchment, Pasternak, Brady Shea get goals for Boston. Mark Scheifele gets the lone goal for the Whalers. And we do jump back, though, after the second period. Montour and Bjorkstrand, each with a power play goal. And then Gage Gonsalves, who I mentioned, reinserted into the lineup, gets a goal of his own. So we'll live sim this third period here in a 1-goal game. Boston on a power play, and Max Pacioretty does get the game-tying goal. Another power play here for the Bruins, and Max Pacioretty again, just over 3 minutes later, putting Boston back ahead. And then David Krejci there as Boston doubles their goal total here with 3. And they're now at 6 goals on the day, 3 here in the third period. And that is going to do it. So Boston takes this game, a dominant performance there in the final frame. As we had now fallen, what does that make us now in the episode? I think we're going to do 2 more games here to end the month. We're going to simulate 3 more games here to end the month, which now makes us 3-3-1. Gonna want to at least split these final 3 games. You know, we really need to get some positive point swings here. And now at Washington, another bottom dweller here in the Metro, as they're just 2 points ahead of us. And now we'll just get through these last 3 games here to get through the month of December and into the new year. So 2027 on the horizon here. But first, hopefully we can win 2 of these last 3 games, as I said. And now the bottom dwellers here in the Metro as we visit the Capitals. I believe Tarasov in net here to give Askarov a night off. And Tarasov is in. Let's one there about 4 minutes in. 1-0 Capitals after 1. And then we do tie it up there. A power play goal from Brandon Montour. He's been red hot here. A bunch of goals lately. There's Graeme Clark. Another goal here in the episode for him. Started off that game against the Senators. And now here's his second goal. And that game against the Senators actually was his first game of the year. And he put home that goal. Now up 1 still. Less than 5 minutes in regulation. See if we can hang strong down the stretch here. As we do. So Tarasov lets in that early goal. And then stops 27 out of 28 total en route to being named the first star. So Tarasov has actually been very, very good, you know, filling in when needed. And Arthur Stilov's there, injured in Poughkeepsie. And he's our next man up if Askarov or Tarasov were to get injured. So we take the win there now against Vegas, who I believe have the worst record right now in the league. Or actually not quite. I believe it's the Canadiens and the Stars right now, the worst record, but Vegas not too far behind them, only winners in 2 of their last 10 games. And it's actually Christmas Eve here, Mark Scheifele bobblehead night, Christmas Eve 2026. And we get 3 there. Nice gift for the fans, as Scheifele actually does score the first goal here on Mark Scheifele bobblehead night. Besser and Lawton add 1 as well. 4-1 after 2, Zadina gets on the board. And then we take this one 5-1. Scott Lawton, another goal there. He's been kind of hanging around on our bottom line, trying to guide some of our youngsters there in Curtis Douglas and Graeme Clark. And now a matchup here against the Kings to end the episode. And the Kings, another bottom tier team in the league right now. And let's see if we can go out on a 3-game winning streak, only allowing 2 goals over the last 2 games. As now we visit LA. We gave up 1 there to Dorofeyev on the power play. Gave up another 1 there on the power play to Sprong. And now we'll live sim this last period. See if we can work a comeback. An early goal there from Zadina on Jeremy Swayman. And remember, Swayman was traded to the Kings back in year 1 at the trade deadline. The Kings get some insurance there. Stenlin makes it 3-1. And we do have 31 shots on goal. Dorofeyev, another goal to make it 4-1 Kings now. Probably out of reach, although Tom Wilson's still fighting. Now 4-2. And that is going to do it. 4-2 here, Kings. So we do end the episode with a loss. Dorofeyev, 2 goals, 1 assist. The first star, Swayman, the second star. As now we sit at 14, 18, and 3. 12 points out of a playoff spot right now. And this year 4 season has not gone the way we expected. Although I did say it might be a bridge year. So if we, next episode, we'll take a look at the calendar. I think next episode we'll just focus on simulating. So I think we'll just look to maybe get through the whole month of January here as we welcome 2027 and kind of set up, you know, if we're probably going to, you know, commit to a sell this year. So at that point, we'll kind of reassess and look at what players we're going to throw on the trade block as we try to acquire some picks in the draft and recoup some picks that we traded for Brandon Montour. Remember, not this draft, but next draft, we gave up a first and a second in that Brandon Montour trade, along with the top goalie prospect in Javon Marks. But this is where I'm going to leave you, folks. Thank you so much for watching. I know it was a big break between episodes, maybe even a month or so, but we're hanging in there. We're going to keep getting through this Hartford Whalers franchise. I know the new game, I believe, did come out, and I think I will use my EA access on that to use the 10 free hours and play that a little bit, maybe do an expansion draft episode for that game. But we are going to stick with this franchise here with the Whalers for another season or two, and then maybe move on to the new game, or maybe even just bypass the new game this year and maybe wait for NHL 26 and just stick with this Whalers franchise until then. But as always, everybody, thank you so much for watching. It's been real, and be well, and I'll see you next time.